Matthew, I am finished up with your Rakon 76. Is that your name? Matthew, yeah. Alright. And here it is. Turned out pretty sweet. So I went with a different camera VTX combo on this one. This one actually has the new caddx firefly micro cam and VTX. And I did a sort of somewhat review of it a little bit before I put it in here, and I'll show that now. Alright, so I thought I would show this camera before I slapped it in this Rakon 76 here. This is the caddx firefly. I'll run down some of the specifications real quick, but I have a couple questions on some of this stuff and I can't find the answers to. So the camera, it's a 1200 TVL, which is crazy. 1200 TV line. It's a 2.1 lens, so very wide field of view. I like the caddx cameras. They look pretty good. So this one looks good too. I already checked it out. It looks really good. The colors are super bright. I mean, super bright. You'll see in a minute. I'll show you just a little bit of DVR of me just showing around here. Not me flying yet, because obviously I haven't mounted it in the quad yet. But anyway, the VTX, it's incredibly tiny. It's about the same size as the TBS Unify Nano. So it's super tiny, super light. I weighed it with this mount that I put on here, and my scale said 3 grams. My scale doesn't do tenths, and it says on the website that the camera and the VTX by itself is 4.1 grams. And so I think it's a little bit less than that. I think it's more like 3.5 grams, which is just insanely light. It's probably the lightest setup you can get. And it's $24.99, so that's a very good price. I think this is going to be everybody's new favorite. Another really nice feature is it has smart audio. So it has pads right here on the back side. One says RX, that's your smart audio. And then you got video in, video out, minus, plus. That's your power and ground to power the VTX. And then it has 5-volt out to power the camera. It also has pads on both sides, which is really nice. Really nice. So you can run this VTX to any other camera you want without having to worry about getting rid of all that crap that they put on there, you know, which is on every other one. The one question that I do have is I cannot find anywhere what the VTX power output is, the milliwatts. I can't find that anywhere. So I have no clue how much power this puts out. I don't know if it's switchable power or one. I don't know if it's 25, 50, 200. No clue. So, but yeah, this thing is super nice. The colors look so rich and bright, and it might be oversaturated. I don't know yet. I only looked at it for a second, but it's just so tiny and light and looks good and has smart audio. I mean, if I knew what the milliwatts was, you know, that would be really helpful to determine whether or not this is like the best camera VTX combo for a tiny whoop or for a Rakon 76. I mean, look how nice it fits on there. It's just perfect. It's smaller than any of the other combos that I use right now. I usually use the Wolf Whoop Q2 or the FX806 TC. I mean, look at that. It just fits in there so perfect. The button might be a pain in the ass to get to with this canopy though, but you know, if I run smart audio, then that doesn't matter. So yeah, I just want to show that real quick, and I'll leave you with, actually, you know what, I'm gonna build it up first, finish it up, and then I'll fly the quad around and then let you see it that way. So alright, Rakon 76 aluminum frame in red. You got the Super S F4 stack. That's a 2S stack. You have the caddx Firefly with the OSD hooked up, You have an XM Plus, and I did flash it for RSSI. And you have DYS 1102 10,000 kV motors, and the Rakon 40 millimeter with the 1.5 millimeter shaft props. So I already have it bound up to my radio. I'll show you where you bind it real fast. So you can plug the USB in, no problem, right there in the back. It's a little hard to see it, but you'll get it. It's not hard. And then the receiver is just below that, and you can see there's the bind button right there. I'm touching it right now. Okay, and you bind in D16 mode.
Welcome to OpenTX. Switch warning.
Plug in the batteries. So what I'm going to do is just fly it through my house real fast. And so that way you guys can see what it looks like as well. Let's make sure it arms. Alright.
You keep this love, 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 you keep this 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 love.
And there it is. So it's flying just perfect. It's super fast, flying really smooth. And I think the camera looks pretty damn good. I think it might be one of the best ones out there. $24.99, you know, with smart audio, 3 grams. I mean, it's hard to beat. So anyway, I'm gonna get this boxed up and shipped out hopefully today, maybe tomorrow. I have your 4 batteries. There's 2 on there, and there's 2 right here, and then the stickers that came with the frame, spare set of props. And I think that should do it. So, all right, thanks, Matthew, and I'll send you tracking as soon as I have it.